Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you. We are delighted to see an enthusiastic response for today's introductory session on SAS program. On behalf of the entire SWALIFE team, I thank each one of you for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us today. This session has been carefully designed for students, researchers, and professionals who are curious about SAS, its role in clinical research, and the wide range of career opportunities associated with it. Before we begin the technical part of today's session, I would like to take a few minutes to introduce the platform that made this learning opportunity possible, SWALIFE Academy. SWALIFE Academy is an industry-oriented learning platform built with a strong belief that education should go beyond theory. The Academy focuses on project-based programs that are designed to using real product development experience from the biotech and healthcare industry. Our aim is to ensure that learners are not only understand concepts but also know how these concepts are applied in real world scenarios. At Soul Life Academy, learning is interactive rather than passive, structured rather than scattered, and practical than purely theoretical. Our programs are curated by professionals who actively work in research, healthcare, and data driven environments. What truly sets Wildlife Academy apart is its philosophy. We strongly believe that students and professionals should be exposed to real industry workflows, real data sets and tools, and challenges faced during researchers and product development. This approach helps learners build confidence, clarity, and career readiness. The Academy also emphasizes community driven learning, where participants can interact with mentors, peers, and industry experts, creating a supportive ecosystem rather than isolated learning. To understand the vision behind Soul Life Academy in greater depth and to learn why such platforms are essential in today's scientific ecosystem, we will now move into a short question and answer segment. It gives me immense pleasure to invite Dr. Praveen Badhe, the founder of Soul Life Biotech, to share his insights with us. Sir, a warm welcome to this session.
Thank you, Shruti, and good afternoon, everyone. So it is truly encouraging to see such interest in learning tools like SAS, which plays a vital role in clinical research and healthcare innovation. So from Solai Biotech point of view, it is a organization which is working at the intersection of science, data, and healthcare innovation. So our work involves research-driven product development, clinical research support, and data-centric solutions which are aligned with the global standard. So over time, as we worked on multiple projects, one of the recurring challenge becomes very clear. There was a significant gap between academic training and industry expectation, and that's why we actually created Swalife Academy. So many learner has strong theoretical knowledge, but they lack exposure to real tools, real workflows, and also practical decision making process. So this is the gap which was actually made us or force us to be starting Swalife Academy. So the academy actually is a platform where learner could learn directly from the industry aligned mentors, work on practical project-based modules, and in case of the SAS, they will understand the tools like SAS, which are actually used in the clinical and research environment. So the goal was never just the certification; it was the capacity building.
Okay, so I have a few questions for you. So, sir, what
Mhm.
makes Swalife Academy different from other online learning platforms that are available today?
Okay, so the key difference lies in industry integration. So at Swalife Academy, our program are designed based on the real challenges faced during the product development and also in the clinical research. So learners are exposed to realistic data sets, regulatory thinking, and practical use cases. So this ensures that learner don't just learn how a tool works, but also why it is used and where it fit into the overall workflow.
And how does this practical approach benefit students and early career professionals?
Okay, so this actually gives them confidence and direction. So when the learner understand the real application, they are better prepared for interviews, internship, and job roles. They can communicate their skills clearly and adapt quickly when they enter the professional environment. So this significantly improve both employability and long-term career growth.
And do you believe that industry aligned academics are becoming essential in biotech and clinical research careers?
Yes, actually, this is the main problem, or I will say the main, point here, that aligning the academic with industry is very essential when we look for biotech or pharma. So I will say absolutely, because with increasing regulatory complexity, data volume, and also the global standards, professional must be trained beyond textbook. So industry aligned learning platform like our Soul Life Academy actually are very useful, and they are no longer optional. They are essential, I would say.
Thank you, sir, for those valuable insights. Now let's focus on today's session on SAS programming. This introductory session is designed to give you a clear understanding of the fundamentals of SAS, how it is used in clinical research and healthcare, and career pathways available after gaining SAS expertise. Whether you are a student exploring options or a professional looking to upskill, today's session will help you understand how SAS fits into the clinical research ecosystem.
Yes,
Sir, can you tell us
SAS
about
is,
the
yeah. I
yes.
think the SAS is the the major cornerstone in the clinical trial and regulatory submission when we utilize it properly in clinical trial. It is actually widely used in clinical data management, also in the stats analytics, regulatory reporting, and ensures the compliance with the global standards. So basically, the reason of bringing SAS into the Swalife Academy is because at Swalife Biotech, we are not just training uh, the student in SAS, but we are actively using it in our product and solution which are under development. So by training learners in SAS through practical real world example, we ensure they understand both technical execution and also the regulatory responsibilities.
Thank you, sir, for highlighting the real world importance of SAS. Now it's time to
Thank you.
begin the technical session. It gives me a great pleasure to introduce today's speakers, Snehal Patil, ma'am. She is an MPharm graduate and a SAS certified specialist with hands on experience in applying SAS in clinical research contexts. She will guide you through basics of SAS, its application in clinical research, and a practical data demonstration. Ma'am, we are excited to learn from you. Over to you. Just a minute before she joins us.
Hello, dear students. I am Snehal Patil. I hold master's degree in pharmacy. I choose SAS as my career. I am a SAS consultant and trainer. I provide job-oriented training. All the topics covered in the course are highly job-oriented. To joining the course, the only requirement is you should have your own laptop so that you can practice SAS and you have to work the way I am working. It's completely practical training, not a theoretical. So SAS is very simple language, anyone can learn. That's why it is so famous in the market. SAS is part of data warehousing or data analysis, which makes SAS very strong. So let's start with the SAS. Now, one question arises in your mind, that is, what is SAS? So basically, you know, clinical trials. In clinical trials, huge amount of data is generated, and these with this data, reports are created. Then, according to this report, the drug approval is decided. If the drug get approved, it will be in the market, and if it is not, then it will stop. So for that process, the huge report is generated, and to clean a data uh, or to create a report is a huge task. You cannot do it manually. So for that purpose, there is one software called SAS. SAS is the abbreviation of Statistical Analysis System. It is used for data management, analysis, and reporting. It is the best data visualization tool. SAS was developed in early 1970s for the management and analysis of agricultural research data at North Carolina State University. SAS is based in US. It is invented in US, and the CEO is Jim Goodnight, who is the founder of SAS Institute. SAS is widely used in pharma companies and clinical research organizations. SAS has become the most widely used software in recent times as it is easy to use and it can store large amount of data and can analyze it, and it also offers the users with good graphical user interface as well as due to its ability to publish the research data in different formats like PDF, HTML, etc. And also SAS provides high data security. As you know, the clinical trial data is highly secure and highly confidential. So SAS provides this security because it is not open source. It is paid licensed software. So data security is given by SAS. Now, what is the use of SAS in clinical research? So it is used for data visualization, data management, and data analysis. In case of managed data, how it managed? So it acquires from other databases. It collects the data from client and then process done on the data. Then you will get proper visualization of data in the form of tables, listings, and figures. It analyzes the data by performing various procedures. SAS is used in domains like healthcare, financial, marketing, in various sectors. SAS is used, and clinical is a small sector, or you can say small segment of this. So it is called clinical SAS. If it is used in financial sector, it is known as finance SAS. So SAS is same for every sector. The code is same, only the data which is received is a clinical data, and we are working on the clinical data. These are several competitors of SaaS in the financial sector like SAS, PSS, etc. In the clinical sector, SaaS is the predominantly used software, suit even in the recent times to analyze the clinical research data. It is important in clinical trials because it handles large amount of data and complex data sets, and you can visualize it and you can do analysis of this data. Validated and trusted by regulatory agencies. SAS is validated and trusted by regulatory agencies like FDA by US or European in Europe, EMA. So these are the regulatory agencies which approves the data. Then it produces accurate and reproducible results and strong data visualization capability. So SAS is used in clinical trials. So why SAS? Because it provides end-to-end service provider from extraction to business decisions. And now end-to-end service means SAS contains SAS is It is easy to learn, and it you do not need to learn another languages like C++ or any to uh, to work on the SAS. It provides end-to-end service provider. It is own language, so you can do it, and it is simple to learn and simple to write a code. It only includes proc step and data steps, so anyone can learn it. It is ETA, that is transfer load. Extract transfer load means it can work on various types of data, including CSV, Oracle, SQL, etc. It can work on any type of data. It is a reporting tool, and it is also using forecasting tools. Then industries using SAS. SAS is used by industries like life sciences, then manufacturing industries also using SAS, then communication, telecom, retail, automotive, healthcare, banking, oil and gas, and insurance. All these industries are using a SAS. And if our clinical trial data is used in SAS, the sector called clinical, so in that case, we are calling it as a clinical SAS. So, before going to the clinical trials, let's know more about the drug development process. So, what is drug development process? In drug development process, the data, or you can say when a new drug launch in the market, it has to be go through and if it is approved or if it passes the test, then and then only it is released in the market. So in preclinical in drug development processes, clinical trial is performed. In clinical trial, preclinical studies are done in animals, and if this data and the data is collected and sent to FDA by creating a file called IND. And after the approval, the drug is under phase 0, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4. So this data, the mostly phase 3 data is used for SAS for statistical analysis purpose. And this data is sent to regulatory approval to FDA. So in drug development process, the preclinical studies done on animals, and this data is in the form of IND application. It is sent to FDA. IND is investigational new drug application. The pharmaceutical industry will file IND investigational new drug application to regulatory authorities like FDA. These reports are analyzed by a SAS programmer to establish the safety and effectiveness of drug molecule, and it generally of different phases. Now, let's know about clinical trials. So, in clinical trials, phase 0, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4 are the four phases involved in the clinical trial. So, what is clinical trial? Clinical trial is when a drug launch in the when a drug is launched. So before launching in the market, it has to be go through a certain clinical test or certain phases. That if it approved by FDA or certain regulatory authorities, then and then only it will be in the market. So clinical trial is a scientific study on human volunteers to test the safety, effectiveness, and quality of a drug, vaccine, or medical devices. So, in clinical trials, first is phase 0. In phase 0, the study is done on animals. It is a microdosing study where the dose of the product in the sense drug, vaccines, or any medical devices, the dose of the product is decided. So, it is early safety and dosage state in which the safety of that particular dose is decided, and after that it is sent to FDA for approval. If the test passes, then it comes to phase 1. In the phase 1, the healthy volunteers are selected. In the healthy volunteers, 20 to 100 healthy volunteers are selected, and safety and dosage is tested in this phase 1. In phase 2, about 100 to 300 patients with disease are selected, and in this study, effectiveness and side effects of the drug is tested. In phase 3, 1,000 plus patients, means large amount of patients are tested for the particular drug, and it is for to test effectiveness and side effect of the drug. In phase 3, after phase 3, the data is generated, it is sent to SAS programmer, and the analysis or report generation process is initialized. After that, the records or reports are sent to FDA, and if FDA approve it, it will be launched in the market in phase 4. Phase 4 is the marketing surveillance phase, where the drug approval by regulatory authorities is launched in the market to study. After, it is only after drug approval. It is long-term safety and real-world use. Now, now, how SAS is related to drug development process? So SAS is related, like it will collect the data from the client, and it will convert in the SAS ready dataset, and it will perform analysis, create reports, and submit it to FDA, and then the drug will be launched in the market. SAS in clinical research. What is the use of SAS in clinical research? So it is used to import and clean raw clinical data. Raw clinical data means the data which is gained from the client, and that raw data is created to standard data sets like SDTM, and uh, SDTM, and then ADAM dataset, and general clinical reports like TLFs are created in SAS. So clinical data standards in SAS are SDTM, ADAM. SDTM is Study Data Tabulation Model. It is standardized raw data. In the data received from client is a raw data, and in SDTM it is converted into standard data. And then next is ADAM. ADAM is Analysis Data Module, which is analysis ready data sets in which we perform analysis. And after analysis, after ADAM data sets, we do TLF, like tables, listing, and figure. And then these reports are submitted to FDA. Uh, SAS outputs in clinical trials, outputs in the sense of reports in the form of tables, listings, and figures. Tables are nothing but the summary of results, and listing patient level data. Figures are the graphical output. Skills, if you want to do a SAS programming, the skills required are you should know best SAS program, and understanding of clinical data sets, and attention to accuracy and validation. Next, the most important part is career scope with clinical SAS. There are so many uh, scope in this program. It offers clinical SAS programmer, in which SDTM, IM, and TLFs you can do work on these data sets. Then statistical programmer, who will do analysis and reporting. Clinical data analyst for data cleaning and review. Clinical data manager, data quality and EDC. Regulatory submission specialist like FDA or EMA submissions. EMA is European Medical Agency, which is a regulatory standard by Europe, and FDA is Food and Drug Administration, regulatory standards by US. And then pharmacovigilance analyst, adverse effect and safety data, you can analyze it. Then SAS instructor or corporate trainers. These are the career opportunities if you do this course. The industries using clinical SAS. So first is pharmaceutical industry. If we are using clinical data, the primary user of clinical SAS are the pharmaceutical industries, which uses in phase 1 to 4 clinical trials datasets. In this, data cleaning, validation, and reporting can be done, and submission ready datasets and reports to FDA. Examples are Pfizer, Novartis, Roche, Cipla, Sun Pharma are the some pharmaceutical companies who are using SaaS, and you have scope to do job in this company. Then biotechnology companies like Biocon, Amgen, Gilead Sciences, Moderna, who use in early stage drug development, analysis of genomics and biomarker data, supports innovative and precision medicine trials. In contract research organizations like major employers of clinical SAS programmers work on sponsor clinical data, prepare data sets and reports for regulatory submission like IQVIA, ICON, Parexel, Syneos, Health, LabCorp. Then medical device companies used for clinical evaluation of medical devices, support safety and performance analysis, helps in regulatory documentation. Medtronic, Johnson and Johnson, Siemens Health, Nias. These are some medical devices companies. So you're having so much scope after doing this course. It is, and also SAS is very easy to learn. It's more demanding in market. It includes data and proc steps, so it is very easy. It do not require hard coding languages. It is simple to learn and understand, and all the mathematical and statistical analysis can be done by SAS. These are available inside SAS. So it will perform predictive analysis. They're like, what next? Predictive analysis means what next? And it is very good and prompt customer support service. It provides data security, so it is highly used in pharma companies. Then clinical SAS organizations in Pune. Many of the students are located in Pune. So these are the some organizations like CROs, IQVIA, Icon, Parexel, Syneos Health, Medpace, Endero, Sama Technologies, Evan CRO, and pharmaceutical and biotech like Serum Institute of India, MQF Pharmaceuticals, Lupin, Syngene, IT and life science services like TCS Life Sciences, Cognizant, Accenture, Ultimentary are the industries who are using SaaS. Conclusion: SAS is the backbone of clinical data analysis. It is essential skill for clinical research careers. Thank you. And I also want to tell you, after doing SaaS, you're having so many opportunities in various sectors. So you can do it and you can learn it easily. So many pharmacy students have question like, can I do coding? Can I do programming? So you can do it. SaaS is very easy to learn. And if you practice daily, you can do it definitely. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, madam. It was nice session for the introduction point of view. So there are a couple of questions from my side. So majorly,
Yes, sir.
when we look at the SAS programming, doing this SAS project, it is more about uh, working on analysis of the data, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what are the different areas where student, if they move into drug discovery and development, is it only the clinical, or they can also utilize SAS in early drug discovery phases?
Yes, sir, definitely. Students can work on various phases. Like if they are doing their study using phase one clinical data, it has minimum exposure because the data is limited and patients are also limited. In case of phase two, partial validation can be done, but in case of phase three, fully validated data can be available because large patient population and final dose and protocol it provides, and it provides data cleaning and quality checks, and this data can be used by FDA, can be used to submit to FDA or EMA, and it is a very big data, and we have all the records, so we can convert easily to SDTM or ADAM data sets. So mainly we prefer phase 3 data, but we can do it in phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 also.
Okay. Hello.
Hello?
Ha.
Yes.
So my question was, what is the basic requirement which is needed? So it is just for the pharmacy student or anybody from the other background, like biotechnology or life sciences, or any science background can do it.
Yes, sir, definitely. SAS is open for all the sectors. Like BCS student can do this. Then microbiology student can also do this. And our pharma students are best. This job suits to all the fields, all the sectors. Students can work in banking sectors or in clinical sector. It has huge demand in the industries in various sectors.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, sir.